of oneness with the whole of the rest of the universe is not to try to obtain power over the rest of the universe. That will only disturb it and antagonize it and make it seem less one with you than ever. The way to become one with the universe is to trust it as another, as you would another, and say, let's see what you're going to do. But in doing that, you see, in saying that to everything else that you have been taught to think is not you, you're also saying it to yourself. Because, as I pointed out, you do not know where your decisions come from. They pop up like hiccups. And to make a decision, people have a great deal of anxiety about making decisions. There's this guy who ordered a help man to come in, and found he was an extraordinarily efficient worker. Well, the first day he put him on sawing logs, and he sawed more logs than anybody had ever sawed. It was fantastic. But they were all done in one day. The next day he put him on to mending fences, and there were all kinds of broken fences around the farm. In one day he had the whole thing done. So he thought, what am I going to do with this guy? So he took him down into a basement and said, look, here are all the potatoes that have come in from this harvest. And I want you to sort them into 3 groups. Those that we sell, those that we use for seed, and those that we throw away. So he left it at that. At the end of the day, the laborer came back and said, well, that's enough, mister. I quit. Well, he said, you can't quit. I've never had such an excellent worker. I'll raise your salary. I'll do anything to keep you around me. I said, no. It's all right mending fences and chopping wood, but this potato business is decision after decision after decision after decision. So when we decide, we're always worrying, did I think this over long enough? Did I take enough data into consideration? And if you think it through, you will find you never could take enough data into consideration. The data for a decision in any given situation is infinite. So what you do is you go through the motions of thinking out what you will do about this. And then when the time comes to act, you make a snap judgment. I mean, I'm speaking a little extremely, making some fun of it and so on, because after all, we do occasionally get the vague outlines of things and make a right decision on rational grounds. But we fortunately forget the variables that could have interfered with this coming out right. It's amazing how often it works. But warriors are people who think of all the variables beyond their control and what might happen. So then when you make a decision, it works out all right. I think of it has much to do with your conscious intent and control. But somehow or other, you're able to decide and control things more harmoniously if you delegate authority.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another Sunday Fun Day, American Dream and Real Estate YouTube channel, Facebook, wherever you guys are watching this. Today, I share with you guys a clip that I was listening to today about just being in line with the divine and to have the ability to make decisions. So many people just like let things just control their lives and rule their lives. And I get on here every Sunday to inspire you guys to really do more and to go out there and do those things that you've never done before. So today, see, every week I tell you the date to get you to realize time is flying. Today is November 22nd, 2020. So what are you doing to further your future and your career? Whatever you're doing, what are you doing? Are you sitting at home watching YouTube all day? I know we're still possibly going back into lockdown because of the pandemic, but what are you doing stuff every day to further your dreams? A lot of people dream, but they don't act on it, right? So I'm here to inspire you guys to act on it. Being too cautious is the greatest risk of all, and make your dreams reality now. Don't dream anymore. Time is the #1 currency in the world, so you'll be able to use it now. What else? The famous quote I like to say to get you guys revved up and ready for today is, without commitment, you will never start. Most importantly, without consistency, you will never finish. So do more. I inspire you guys to do more. So as the last few episodes on Sunday Fun Day, on my channel, we've been talking about Bob's Airbnb income, right? So in the first one, we talked about whether Bob's income was active or passive, whether it goes on Schedule C or Schedule E. And then we broke down different rental usage days calculation, and what's actually seen as an active income and what's actually seen as passive income. And then the last episode, we went over what the cost benefit, well, actually the benefit of actually owning real estate. We broke down acquisition costs. Bob bought a new duplex for $200,000. Then he added appraised. $50,000 was the value of the land. We can't depreciate land. Then we came up with the cost basis here of $150,000. The cost basis, this is how much the actual building's worth. This is how much the land is worth. We separate that out, and we depreciate the cost basis over the useful life of the residential property, useful life. And then we broke down how we depreciate that each year, right? And then just to catch you guys back up, in the third year, Bob said, like, yeah, I got a leaky roof, so I'm gonna get a new roof. He got a new roof for $30,000. He added that $30,000 to the cost basis, and he depreciated. His depreciation expense was more. Now we're at a point to where I'm showing you guys the actual journal entry that you will make. Here's the journal entry that you will make when you buy the property. You basically you debit the 150, and then you debit the land, of course, and then the cash goes out. You credit that. The cash goes out at 200, right? And then we kind of talked about, okay, each year on the income statement here. So IS means income statement, balance sheet, BS. So the income statement, you would expense year 1. This will go on the income statement 54, 55. Year 2, same thing on the income statement. And then year 3, you would have 66, 31. You put on the depreciation expense side on the income statement, right? So now what I wanted to just really break down for you guys is, okay, you have a depreciation expense each year, right? How does this depreciation show up on the balance sheet? On the balance, this is why it's important for business owners to kind of like really get bookkeeping and know where they're at. So we can actually track this as we go along, and we can actually do some tax planning on you need to depreciate something, or you need to do cost segregation or something. So in year 3, you have a depreciation expense. Here's a journal entry. You debit a depreciation expense, which goes to the income statement, and then you credit accumulated depreciation, and that goes on the balance sheet, right? So all in all, on the balance sheet, this is just, if I can separate this out. But all in all, on a balance sheet, each year that you depreciate the property, you add to the accumulated depreciation bucket. After 3 years, the accumulated depreciation for all of the 3 years is $17,541. So on the balance sheet, it's to say property, you're gonna say PPE, and you got to use that PPP and all that stuff. Then we got the land, then you got accumulated depreciation. So you got the actual 50. Gotta put the improvement on there so I don't confuse you guys. 30. I don't know if that's eligible. Is that eligible, or do I need to write it again? So this is a capital improvement. I'm just writing for you guys. So basically, we take the fair value of the building, and then capital improvements. Then the land, messed that up. That's 30,000. And land is 50. Accumulated. 17. 5. 4. 1. That's it. Like this. So you want to take. So, as you guys can see this, so on the balance sheet, it should show the actual value of the property when we got it appraised. Then we have a capital improvement of roof, which we added on, and then land we take out. But it's still on the balance sheet as land, but it's not going to be in this calculation because we can appreciate land. So we take the accumulated depreciation. That's all depreciation that we have took so far on the property, and we calculate the actual adjusted cost basis of the property after 3 years. You go 150. Minus 17. Year 3. So year 3, we're looking at 162,459, and that will be our fixed asset on the balance sheet. And as you go along throughout the year, you keep depreciating this. You keep depreciating this property here over the useful life, and then each year you take depreciation, and then you calculate your accumulated depreciation, and that goes into your balance sheet. So just quickly, for those of you guys who don't really know what financial statements is, the balance sheet is just a snapshot at any time, a given time in your business to figure out where you're at. How many current assets you have, how many long-term assets you have, how many current liabilities you have, bills you have due, or any long-term liabilities that you have. And then you have your equity account. So you have your balance sheet for a snapshot of where you're at in your business. That's why it's important for real estate investors to get some sort of bookkeeping, some sort of records Do not keep your records in an Excel sheet somewhere. Use QuickBooks, hire an accountant, reach out to us at dudleyaccountingservices.com, and we'll do it for you. And then income statement. Income statement is just the in and out throughout the year. So you make money, rental income, and then out. You spend money, capital improvements, expense repairs, expenses for business owners. The same thing, buying inventory, just buying software, and then you make sales, right? And then all the rest of the stuff at the end of the year, all the rest of the transactions for the year and income flows out to a balance sheet, and that gives you a snapshot of where you're at. So today, just want to wrap up here about our Bob's duplex that he bought. So if there's any like curiosities and questions, I do this to kind of break it down for people so they can understand accounting and understand the value that our accounting firm brings. Because a lot of people in business, and you'll be surprised, a lot of people in business don't really know that they're missing out on opportunities or money unless you lay it out for them. So I'm trying to be as most helpful as possible to actually paint the picture for you guys. And if there are any other types of things, curiosities about real estate, accounting, or just business in general that you guys want to learn about or hear about, leave a comment description and we'll get them on here. But I just really want to inspire you guys to do more. Just go reach out to me at dudleyaccountingservices.com. The link is in the description. We have literally a month left of tax planning to go. So go ahead, book a free 10 to 15 minute consultation with us and we can see what you got. See if we can save you thousands in taxes. All right, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace.